The pandemic was an interesting time. Some of us learned how to cook, others to teach, some even became creators. And then there's me who learned how to cut hair, like 200 times. But I should probably tell you how I got here. As a kid, I always took pride in getting good haircuts. It all started when I went to this brand new barber shop called Miami Fades. Miami Fades is where all the cool kids were going. They had the newest music, video games, and they gave you the cleanest fades in town. The barbers there were cool, confident, and had the power to change a man's life, all with the use of their tools. Over time, I just started taking notes of what the barber was doing to my hair. Like how short they were fading, if they were like blending the sides, and just overall how they were cutting my hair. Now fast forward to May 2020. The pandemic hits, the world shuts down, and even worse, the barber shops shut down.
A list of closures, barber shops, hair salons are also forced to be shut down.
And that's when an idea just popped in my head. Yo!
How's it going, man?
What's good? What's good? Hussein, quick question. I'm recording a video about how I became a quarantine barber. What was your thoughts when I brought up the idea of cutting your hair?
I was horrified. No, you had no experience.
We ended up doing it.
After $6 being bribed, sure, I guess I did it.
Yep, you heard that right. I paid him $60 and I had to watch 1 hour's worth of barber tutorials just to give him a buzz cut. I think I won. No! What? You have so much hair! From there, I thought my young barber career was over. Thought I was about to put down the clippers forever and move on with my life. But then my mom forced my younger brother to sit down. I think you could see the pattern that was happening. My buzz cuts were horrible, but my family would prefer that over growing out their hair. Anyone who wanted a haircut, I'd give them a haircut. The beginning was rough. So rough that I didn't even take pictures of those heads because I just knew how bad they were. Cutting hair is like making YouTube videos. You only learn by doing. So I did exactly that. And soon enough, I just started figuring things out. I started binge watching creators like The Barber Table and the legend himself, Regal Gentleman, just to learn and see which techniques they were using. Flying out to London and getting a haircut from Regal Gentleman is actually a part of my bucket list now. Along with those techniques, I also learned that $40 clippers don't last forever. After my 90th cut, my Costco clippers broke down on me, and luckily everyone that I was cutting for actually pitched in and I bought a whole new set. Starting off with the clippers, I use this majority of time to remove bulk around the sides, fade with the lever, and overall versatile use. They also have a bunch of guards with various sizes. Then there's the trimmers. These are made to cut even shorter than the clippers and get really good defined lines. Up next is foil trimmers. These can take your hair even shorter than the trimmer and bring it to skin level. Other than that, I also have a bunch of other accessories that I just started collecting. I think an important thing to mention though is, even though I have all this new equipment, if it weren't for that $40 clipper that I used for my first 90 cuts, I would have been nowhere near where I am today. It doesn't matter what tools you have, it's a matter of how you use them. Just like how a YouTuber, if they had the best camera, they didn't know how to storytell, then content would be bad either way. I started to get really confident in my haircuts and took a lot of pride when I gave a client a really good cut. It was like a badge of honor when somebody would compliment one of their haircuts. Brett didn't really like this cut, so I figured I'd show off the finished product. Overall, I've cut about 200 times to date, and I still have a lot to learn. The best way to learn is just to start cutting. I want to say though, I'm still a beginner. Yes, I may have cut some nice cuts, but nowhere close to some barbers that I've seen. And I have a whole newfound respect for barbers. Their jobs are hard. My name's Hassan. I love to tell stories. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. I'll see you next week.